Like, you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlyn. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much.
The silence has been deafening. The targeting has been relentless. And for too long, nobody with a real platform inside the WNBA has been willing to say what needs to be said. But that all changed when Sophie Cunningham, the fiery heart of the Indiana Fever, finally stood up and declared, enough is enough. This wasn't just a teammate defending a friend. This was the voice that millions of frustrated fans had been desperately waiting for. A truth bomb dropped in the middle of a league that seems determined to destroy its own golden goose.
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlyn. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna show her
what makes Sophie Cunningham's defense so devastatingly effective is that she's not just speculating, she's a former insider who is now pulling back the curtain on the league's dirty little secret. She was in the locker rooms. She heard the game plans. In a bombshell admission, Cunningham revealed that when she was with the Phoenix Mercury, teams would literally strategize about how to toughen up Caitlin Clark, with explicit discussions about showing her what the W really is. This is the smoking gun. It confirms what every fan has suspected: the abuse Clark endures isn't random. It's a coordinated, league-wide campaign. But here's the kicker that makes it even more damning. Cunningham admits that what she's witnessing now, as Clark's teammate, goes far beyond even that. Every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them, she explained. But there's just more for her now being on her team and seeing it. I'm like, what are people doing? It's just too much.
Sophie said some very unapologetic things. The kind of things that have made her beloved by Fever fans and continue to have her adversaries and detractors crash out. I mean, that's pretty much as simple as you can put it. I mean, the phenomenon of Sophie Cunningham is in large part due to Caitlin Clark, right? Sophie comes over, she protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws JC Sheldon to the floor. That's when she became a viral sensation. But she's always had that personality. She's always been pretty well known in the WNBA space, and now she's on the most hype.
Sophie Cunningham didn't just talk the talk, she backed it up with action. Her transformation from gritty role player to Clark's official on-court enforcer began in that now infamous game against the Connecticut Sun. After watching JC Sheldon get overly physical with Clark, Cunningham delivered a hard foul that sparked a brawl and sent a clear, bone-chilling message to the entire league. Mess with Caitlin Clark and you're messing with me. In that moment, she became a viral sensation, not just for the foul, but for what it represented. She was the first person to physically stand up and protect the league's biggest star when the referees refused to. Her role on the team evolved overnight. She was no longer just a teammate. She was a bodyguard, a necessary shield against the relentless targeting that has defined Clark's professional career.
So many fans were waiting for somebody to do what Sophie did. But Sophie Cunningham was not worried about hurting any feelings on this podcast either. This is what she said about the idea that Caitlin Clark may not be the face of the league, which is, just an asinine concept that has been thrown out by some.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
All the sports anchors, they're all haters too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know shit about basketball. Rick? What the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're gonna be talking shit, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up, then you gonna have that shit coming for you. Somebody gonna bust you in the mouth for knocking a shot down and talking shit about it. Not because she's a dirty player or not because, she's trying to hurt people, just because she's running.
So look, what we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious CC, my precious CC, Caitlin Clark, for the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing, when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going to assault her and give her a welcome to the WNBA.
With her new platform, Cunningham has become the league's most unapologetic truth teller, and her new podcast, Show Me Something, has become the home of her fiery, unfiltered takes. Her most explosive moment came when she absolutely destroyed anyone who dares to question Clark's status as the face of the WNBA. It literally pisses me off when people are like, "She's not the face of the league," Cunningham declared. "If our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as." This is the kind of raw honesty that has been completely absent from the league's carefully curated, politically correct discourse. While other players whisper and throw shade, Cunningham is kicking down the door and screaming the truth from the rooftops. She's not just defending Clark, she's aggressively promoting her, unafraid to call out the absurdity of the haters.
Like, I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much. And like it's just, I'm over it. And if I'm saying it's too much, then it's probably too much.
No, that's so fair.
Like,
There's no player ever that's gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron will probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he big as fuck and he used to come to the lane, and the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of times they would just grab LeBron and like just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with this shit. And it's so sad that y'all just turning a blind eye. Y'all just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it because she talks trash. Oh my God. You know who talks 10 times more trash than Caitlin Clark? Anthony Edwards. You know who's even worse than that? Luka.
Cunningham's crusade isn't just aimed at jealous players. It's a full frontal assault on the entire broken system, starting with the referees. She's been fined for TikTok videos mocking the officiating, a move she's openly laughed about, showcasing her complete lack of fear of the league office. She sees the double standard with her own eyes. She gets elbowed in the face with no call. She's grabbed by the neck in a loose ball scramble with no whistle. She understands that the same pattern of neglect that has followed Clark is now extending to anyone who dares to defend her. She's not just fighting against bad calls. She's fighting against a culture of incompetence and potential bias that has allowed the physical abuse of her teammate to continue unchecked. Her rebellion is a direct challenge to the WNBA's authority, questioning their priorities and exposing their failure.
dude, and it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as shit.
And I almost venture to say that if Sophie Cunningham wasn't who she is, and people didn't sort of know what she's about, she wouldn't have been fined. But am I shocked that an activist basketball league decided to target Sophie Cunningham? No, I'm not surprised by that. I mean, this whole league's got all of its priorities all bleeped up from the very...
Here's what the WNBA front office and the jealous players failed to understand. In the new sports economy, authenticity is currency. And Sophie Cunningham just hit the jackpot. Her rebellion has been overwhelmingly rewarded by the fans. In the 48 hours after she defended Clark, she gained nearly 600,000 TikTok followers. Her jersey sold out completely. She signed major endorsement deals with brands like Ring, Arby's, and Adidas. Her podcast, launched with Colin Cowherd's powerhouse network, The Volume, became an instant success. The fans have spoken, and their message is clear. They are starved for someone to tell the truth. They have anointed Sophie Cunningham the people's champion because she is saying what they are all screaming at their televisions. Her explosion in popularity is undeniable proof that defending Caitlin Clark isn't just the right thing to do.
NBA last year was the first year in its like 25-30 year existence that it was profitable. Made $1 million. But it was the first time that it didn't lose money because the NBA supplements. Well, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, you have to go from the 8,000 seat WNBA arena to the 30,000 seat whatever arena across town because of ticket sales and all of the apparel and all of this stuff that's coming from Caitlin Clark, and you're just like, okay, but the league is totally destroying her You know, they're trying to destroy her from within, and it's the players that can't.
Sophie Cunningham's defense is not just about fairness, it's about survival, specifically the survival of Caitlin Clark's career. The two biggest unspoken pandemics in the WNBA are the rampant jealousy directed at Clark and the mysterious string of injuries that have plagued her second season. Cunningham sees the direct connection. The constant physicality, the relentless targeting she described, is taking its toll. Clark, a player who never missed a game in college or her rookie year, has missed half of this season with recurring soft tissue injuries. This isn't a coincidence. It's a consequence. Even Clark's brother briefly posted on social media, blaming the referees for her latest injury before deleting the tweet. Sophie sees what's happening. The league is allowing its players to slowly, methodically, and perhaps permanently.
One of the biggest epidemics in the history of sports right now is going on with the WNBA and their referees. They suck. All right, their referee situation blows. The officiating, they can't get the calls right. When they do go over to look at something, it takes them forever, and then they still get it wrong. And they also will not come down on these players for trying to take out the league's greatest asset. The league's greatest golden goose that is going to eventually make all these players and the commissioner and all these people all this money. They won't officiate. They won't take care of.
What makes Sophie's stance so powerful is her ability to articulate the nuance of the situation. She acknowledges that all rookies face a welcome to the league level of physicality, but she is the first and only player to publicly state that what is happening to Caitlin Clark is different. There's just more for her, she said, a simple but chilling phrase that captures the essence of the problem. It's that more that has crossed the line from professional hazing to unprofessional, dangerous targeting. Her experience as both Clark's opponent and her teammate gives her a unique and unimpeachable perspective. She's not just an observer, she's a witness who has seen both sides of the conspiracy, and she has found the courage to call it out.
I mean, the phenomenon of Sophie Cunningham is in large part due to Caitlin Clark, right? Sophie comes over, she protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws JC Sheldon to the floor. That's when she became a viral sensation. But she's always had that personality. She's always been pretty well known in the WNBA space, and now she's on the most high-profile team, getting all sorts of endorsement deals and the like, and has been playing extremely well at.
Let's take a look at this photo right here. If this doesn't tell you that Caitlin Clark, everywhere she goes, moves the needle, ESPN and all these talking heads are idiots. She did not even play in this game. This game was actually the Barbie game for Angel Reese. But look at the amount of people that came to this game just to see Caitlin Clark sit on the bench.
Sophie Cunningham isn't just a good teammate. She's a necessary force of accountability in a league that has proven it is incapable of policing itself. She has become the voice for millions of frustrated fans who have watched in horror as their favorite player has been abused, disrespected, and injured. She has backed up her fiery words with her actions, had embracing the role of the enforcer and paying the fines with a smile. The WNBA now stands at a crossroads. They can continue to allow the jealousy, the targeting, and the referee incompetence that is slowly destroying Caitlin Clark, or they can listen to voices like Sophie Cunningham and finally protect their goal.